Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally with Internet.com, and if you guys are watching this A2 Hosting Turbo Boost review, it means that you guys want to create a website using this particular plan with A2 Hosting. And so what I had in mind today is to take you guys on the back end of the actual account itself so you can check out the cPanel to see what it is that you guys are going to be getting in the way of resources. I wanted to go over briefly also the plans, the features, and benefits that come with it, and just to show you the real benefits of going with Turbo Boost versus a startup or even the dry plan itself. If you guys are totally new here to this channel for Learnernet.com, guys, hit the subscribe button right below, along with the bell, and that way any future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. So I wanted to also show you how to install like WordPress on your account today with the Turbo Boost, and that way you guys can be off to a really good start to creating your site today. On my site for Learnernet.com, guys, if you've never been to the site, this is the first page of it. And the site itself is really dedicated for beginners, people who have never created a website online before. And as you can see, I have a tutorial that takes you step by step through the process of creating a WordPress website using A2 hosting. So feel free to check this first page out. Just go to learnernet.com. I'll link to it right below. And that way you guys can see, again, how to create your website online. But today with this A2 hosting Turbo Booster review, I wanted to take you on the back end and really just talk about a lot of the benefits of creating your site, with them today. As you're on my website, you'll see some links that are here. Obviously, to create a website, you need a domain name, you need web hosting. I'm going to show you guys how to get all of that today. So all of my tutorials here are very informative, and they walk you guys step by step through the process of creating your site. If you guys do not have an account already with A2 Hosting, click the very first link that's right below. It is a discounted link, guys. Right now, A2 Hosting has some amazing deals that are going on, especially with their Turbo Boost plan. And for that reason, I wanted to do this A2 Hosting Turbo Boost review with you guys. So once you click the link below, it's just going to open up to A2 Hosting's webpage right here. And right now we're in Black Friday season, Cyber Monday, and there's some amazing deals that are going on right now. They're at the lowest that I've ever seen them in the entire time that I've been hosting with A2 Hosting. And so for that reason, I wanted to do this Turbo Boost review with you guys. You'll notice across the board that these are all the deals that are going on, which are amazing. If you're wanting like Manage, VPS, they have it going for $29.99, which is a huge discount from the $69.99. The startup, which is really geared for like beginners who have never created websites online. I'm assuming that if you guys are interested in the A2 Hosting Turbo Boost, maybe you've created some sites before, maybe you want to upgrade to the Turbo Boost level, and that's why you're really interested in it. If so, again, I'm going to talk about the benefits that come with it and show you guys like the cPanel, other resources that are there, and again, to install WordPress. That way you guys can see how you can go about creating your site today. So, with the startup plan itself, it's only $1.99. Super discount, right here. The Turbo Boost, obviously, is what we're interested in. Right now for Black Friday, they have an amazing deal that's going on right now for only $5.99 per month. It's an amazing deal. It normally goes for $20.99 per month. So you guys are taking advantage today of an amazing discount by using the links below. And obviously, you'll see the Manage WordPress and Dedicated, which are really for people that have like higher volumes of traffic. But again, we're going to be talking about all of the benefits that you'll get with A2 Hosting's Turbo Boost plans itself. So what I want you guys to do right now is just to scroll all the way up, and I want you to click right here on web hosting. And what we're going to see is an overview of the 4 plans that A2 Hosting has. Obviously, we're interested primarily in the Turbo Boost plan right here, which goes for only $5.99. You can see also the Drive also goes for that. But the cool thing about Turbo is that you're getting a 71% off discount today by using the links below. Now, if you've never created a website before, what I recommend that you guys do, especially if you're beginners online, is to buy more web hosting up front. The reason you want to do that, not only with A2 Hosting, but with any web hosting provider, is because you'll save more money both on the front and back end when you do that. When your web hosting term ends, the prices are just going to increase. And that's the case with any web hosting provider online. These are introductory special rates that you guys are going to be taking advantage of today. And so you can see by default, it's set at 36 months. You can do 12 months. You can even go month by month. I don't recommend that at all. Obviously, it's going to be, more expensive when you guys do that. So it just makes sense to buy more web hosting up front. And that way you can save more money with your web hosting package itself. Okay. You'll notice that a lot of the features that come with the A2 Hosting Turbo Boost, you'll have unlimited email accounts that you can create. You have unlimited transfers. So you don't really have to worry about how much like web traffic you're getting like to your page. I know that might be a concern for many people, especially if you are, you're putting up a lot of content. I'm doing like a video here on YouTube, so I get a lot of traffic, from YouTube. So all of that comes into play, and A2 Hosting takes really good care of processing all of that traffic, and so you don't really have to worry about that with your web hosting packages. There's 24/7, 365-day support. Let me tell you guys that A2 Hosting's customer support is amazing. They're really fast, very professional. And during the time that I've been dealing with them, I'm just very pleased with their web hosting services. When you create your website today using this plan, you guys are going to get a free Ssl certificate. As you guys know, in 2018, Google put out a very important announcement of, the importance of having Ssl certificates, how they secure your websites. And how is it that, obviously they won't be marked unsecure in search results when people are searching for you. And so it's a real deterrent, if you will, if somebody's like on Google and they're searching for your products or services that you guys sell or promote, and they see like a link with your actual website and it says like unsecure. And so SSL certificates prevent that from happening, and Google recommends that. And A2 Hosting gives those across the board with the web hosting packages itself. Now, the cool thing about the Turbo plan, guys, is that you'll be able to do website staging. So you can actually create your website. You can test out different plugins, test out different themes, test out different things before you actually launch it and make it live. And so I really like that A2 Hosting has that feature there. And obviously you guys will be able to select whichever data center that you want to use. And so with me, there's several data centers that you can select from. Obviously, you want to select the one that's closest to you. That way, you have even faster page loads, and it'll create a better experience for your visitors, online. You'll notice that with the growth features itself, with the Turbo Boost plan, you have 2 times more resources with your plan itself. Again, you'll be able to create unlimited websites online. Tons of resources, guys, that you guys will get with this as well. So you guys will notice here with all of the turbo features that come with this plan itself. I mean, you'll notice that, obviously you have faster page loads, which is an absolute must with Google. Google tends to rank web pages that have faster page loads a lot higher in the search engines. And so it's an extremely important factor with getting, more exposure to your website, like in search results. And so with this, you're going to get faster page loads with this. And that's why I recommend getting Turbo over the startup or even the drive plan itself. Now, so what you're going to do right here is just click on Get Turbo Boost. And once you do that, you'll just be brought to the checkout page, and you'll just plug in like your domain name itself right here. And from this point, guys, you guys can purchase a domain name here, or if you want to like point the name servers of Namecheap to like the domain itself, like if you purchase a domain name, perhaps like at Namecheap or like GoDaddy or another domain name registrar, what you can do is just log into that domain name registrar and grab the name servers that you'll get today upon signing up, and you can just update those rather, and that way you'll be able to use that domain in connection with this account. And if you guys need any help doing this, don't hesitate to drop your comments and questions right below, or you can email me at learnernet.com@gmail, and I'll be more than happy to assist you guys with this. Okay, so depending on if you're purchasing a new domain out the gate, you can just select right here where it says register new domain. What you're going to do right here is simply just plug in the name of that domain name itself. So let me just plug in something right now just for the heck of this. So I'm just going to plug in something, create a website with Wally, see if that's available. It is. Okay, so it's $14.95 to register this domain. But again, if you want to use a pre-existing domain somewhere else, all you have to do, guys, is just, select the option, and that way you can be able to do that. Like use my own domain, and you guys will be able to do that, okay? So in this case, let's say that we want to purchase this domain name. I'm not going to purchase this domain, but I just wanted to show you guys like how this works. What you're going to do is click on continue. And you're going to finish up the setup process for your A2 Hosting Turbo plan itself. And you'll notice that everything on the right side will be itemized. So you guys will see everything that you're getting. The pricing starts off at $719.64. That's what you would have paid for the 3 years upfront. But you guys are getting an amazing discount of $504 off today by using the links below. So that's why I wanted to do this A2 Hosting Turbo Boost review, again, to help you guys to see not only how much you'll be able to save, with A2 Hosting, but also you can take advantage of this package, and this way be able to get the fastest speeds possible with your website of today. So what you're going to do is just check to make sure everything looks good. You guys are going to be taking advantage of this Black Friday 2021 deal. It's only going to be $215.64, which is amazing. A lot of web hosting providers online today charge like $100 for like your first year. So you're getting 3 years upfront for only $215.64. So that's an amazing deal. And again, you're going to just scroll down and you'll see some other options that are here for different types of SSLs. You don't need these right now because A2 Hosting is going to give you a free Ssl certificate. So you don't need to add any of these right now, okay? So you'll see 4 different data centers itself that you can select from. Right now with my A2 Hosting account, I'm actually connected to Michigan because it's closest to my location where I live at. If you guys are closest to Arizona, you're just going to select Arizona if you're in Europe, and so on. And then there's Singapore if you're located in Asia or in India. So you just want to select the appropriate data center. As the closest you live to the data center, the faster, page loads, if you will, that you'll have, and a better experience, of course, that your customers will have upon landing on your website itself. So what you're going to do right here, scroll down. This option right here is to create your website using A2 Hosting's website builder. We're not going to use that today. We're just going to use WordPress just to set up the actual site itself, okay, to show you how to install it using your A2 Hosting Turbo account today, okay? So if everything looks good, what you guys are going to do is click on continue. And I wanted to mention, guys, that A2 Hosting has an anytime money-back guarantee. Most web hosting providers online have like a 30-day money-back guarantee. I've even seen some web hosting providers online that have like 45 days, and that's great, but what I love about A2 Hosting is that, with your purchase today, at any given moment that you feel that A2 Hosting is not for you, what you guys can do is contact customer support and get your money back. So I wanted to mention that before proceeding, okay? So if everything looks good, what you guys are going to do is just click continue. And on the next page, you're basically just going to be setting up your account. So to do that, you'll see your domain name itself that you wanted to register today. And of course, I'm not going to buy this because I already have a domain name that I'm going to use in connection with this tutorial. But you have some options here that you can select. If you want DNS management, you can select that. It'll be free for 1 year. If you want ID protection, you can add that. It is a really good feature to have, but you don't have to get it right now. You can always add it, later on. There's email forwarding. You can add this with A2 Hosting, but there's a way you can do this for free without doing this. And so you can uncheck that. But if everything looks good, you guys are just going to click on continue. And from this point, again, you'll see everything itemized right here. And you'll see the appropriate discounts that are applied to this order today. And you'll just check out. And from this point, you guys are just going to be finishing up the setup of your account itself by plugging in your name, your email, your phone number, your billing address, all of that. You're going to set up a password in connection with your account. That way you'll be able to log into the back end of your account itself. And again, I'm going to show you guys how to access your cPanel today. That way you can see how to, create your website using A2 Hosting's Turbo plan, okay? So you have different options. You can pay with a credit card, debit card. You can use PayPal. There's even Skrill. You can even send in a check or money order if that's the route that you want to go, or you can even use a bank wire. So you have several options that make it super flexible to be able to pay for your web hosting today. Just select the appropriate one, and that way you guys can be off to continue with the setup of your account. If everything looks good, you're just going to click right here where it says I have read and agreed to the terms, and you're going to click on complete order. You're going to receive some credentials to your email immediately, where A2 Hosting is going to give you access to the back end of your account, and also you get access to cPanel, which looks like this. And once you log into it, guys, you'll notice different subsections such as email. You'll see Softaculous, different apps. You can create your site on WordPress. There are other like CMS platforms that you guys can use if you want, such as PrestaShop, Drupal. There are different ones that are here. I'm going to show you guys how to set up the account on WordPress today. You can manage all your files and see how much disk usage that you're using. You can actually monitor like your visits that are coming to your website, like how many people are coming to your website, how is it that they're making it to your website, what keywords that they're using to access your website. Of course, you could look at all of that on your Google console and analytics, but this is another place that A2 Hosting allows you to do it as well. Something that I wanted to mention, guys, is that you will be able to add on domains. Obviously, you'll be able to create an unlimited amount of websites today. For that reason, I recommend getting like the Turbo Boost plan itself. Not only the page loads are a lot faster than the startup and dry, but you'll be able to create unlimited websites online, which is something that you may want to do. And so something that I really love about this plan is that, obviously with my website at learnernet.com, I show people how to create websites using WordPress, whether it's for like affiliate marketing, network marketing. I personally like A2 Hosting because it allows me to create the unlimited websites, and I can create them in different niches to promote different products. And so again, you'll be able to do that with your account today. You can see how many domain names that you have in connection with your account. You can add on domains right here. You can create subdomains for your website itself. You can do redirects. You can set up Cloudflare, which you'll get with your account today, a CDN. So CDNs are really great, guys, for, again, promoting fast page loads and being able to process higher volumes of traffic that you're getting, whether it's from the US, Europe, Asia, wherever it is that your audience is coming from. CDNs just help to process all of that traffic. That way your website won't crash if you experience like spikes in traffic. And so you're getting all of that today with A2 Hosting with your Turbo Boost plan. And I wanted to highlight that with you guys in this A2 Hosting Turbo Boost review. I mentioned before, guys, how you can monitor all of the visitors that are landing on your website. This is where you can check all of that out. You can see all of the resources that you're using with your account, bandwidth, tons of resources that you can have, that you will have at your access rather, once you get started today. Something that I really love about A2 Hosting out of the gate is that once you create your website on WordPress, they do something that no other web hosting provider does, is they perform what's called hardening. And basically hardening adds like an additional layer of security, if you will. They already have some other measures in place to keep your websites super secure. Online, they use Mod Security, which monitors your website 24/7 and fights like bots, hackers, spam, malware, and things of that nature. So all of that is like built already into your package already, and security is just something that's really big with A2 Hosting. So I just want to take out a few moments, guys, to show you guys what exactly you're getting when you get started today, with your account with A2 Hosting. They have tons of resources, guys, that you'll have, at your disposal. But I wanted to like run through these. That way you can have a good idea of what to expect today. So what I want you to do right now is to click on WordPress A2 Optimize. And what we're going to be doing is actually creating your website today using A2 Hosting. So great. You have your domain name. you purchase, your web hosting package, the Turbo plan today. And so obviously you want to create your website. So I wanted to show you guys quickly, how that works. Okay. So you're going to see install. You can go to quick install or custom install. I'm just going to click on custom install. And what I'm going to do is select the domain name itself that I want to install WordPress on, okay, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going to do right here. And I'm going to select this one right here. So what I want you guys to do right here where it says in directory, do not plug in anything there. Keep it blank. If you do plug in something, what's going to happen is once you actually install WordPress on your domain name today, like in this case, we're going to be using webhostingservices.blog. I have like over 30 domain names that I purchased today. So I just wanted to use this one in connection with this A2 Hosting Turbo Boost review to show you guys how to set up the account initially. But again, you don't want to put in anything there. You can select right here where it says HTTPS. You can go right here if you want. Either of those are fine. It really doesn't matter. What you want to do right here is type in the name of your website itself. So I'm just going to plug in Web Hosting Services. And where it says site description, just plug in like what people should learn like on your website. So today we're just doing a tutorial, but if somebody was coming to your website today, what should they expect to learn like on your website? Okay, so I'm just going to plug in something like this. How to create WordPress websites with A2 hosting. So I'm just going to plug in that. And you can plug in whatever you guys want. Really doesn't matter. What matters is that you plug in something that identifies what you actually do, okay? And so I'm going to plug in my admin. I'm going to just use Web Hosting Services. What I'm going to do now is select a password, and they give you one by default, but I don't want to use that. I actually want to plug in something that'll be a strong password. I recommend doing like 8 to 10 characters, something like that. And you'll see on the very bottom, guys, you need to plug in your email. Because what's going to happen is when A2 Hosting installs WordPress on your actual domain name itself that you're purchasing through A2 Hosting, you're going to get a confirmation of that. And that confirmation is going to go to this actual email, if that makes sense, okay? So if everything looks good, what you guys are going to do is just scroll down. You'll have the option of selecting in what language your website appears. So, for the purpose of this A2 Hosting review, I'm just going to leave it in English, but if you guys speak a language other than English that you prefer, Chinese or Spanish, French, Polish, several languages that are here, you can just select the appropriate language. And what'll happen, guys, is the back end of your website itself, all of the settings and configurations, it'll be in that actual language, which I think is amazing, okay? And so I'm just going to leave it at English right now. If you look at advanced options, you don't have to do anything with these here. I just recommend leaving them alone. Basically, what's going to happen is A2 Hosting, upon setting up your account, they're going to create a database, and that's what the advanced options are. And so you don't need to change anything at all with that. Plug in your email again. The reason you're doing this is because you're going to get a confirmation of the WordPress installation. And so this email right here where it says admin, the reason you're plugging it in up here, something I wanted to mention is that any event you guys forget, like your password for your website itself, and you want to log into the back end of it, you can reset it. And any communications from WordPress and A2 Hosting are going to be pointed to this particular email address. So what you want to do is make sure that the email address that you guys plug in is an active email, one that you actually check and that you have access to. And so once you hit the blue button that's on the bottom, you'll see a screen that looks like this. And basically, it's just going to take a few moments to install WordPress on your website right now. So what I'll do is I'll pause this and I'll come back when everything is all said and done. Great, guys. So after installing WordPress on your actual domain name, you'll see a screen that looks like this. What this means is that you have a live website online right now. So again, the domain name that I'm using for this tutorial is webhostingservices.blog. You'll see right here an admin URL. I recommend bookmarking that. That way you can always reference it later and you'll be able to log into the back end of your website using the username and password that you guys entered like on the previous page. So what you want to do right now is just see your actual website live right now. To do that, just click on it. You can open it up like in a new browser. And if you see something like this, what it means is that it's just taking a few moments just to propagate. So what I recommend is just coming back in a few moments and you can just reload the page and you should have your live website. So I'm just going to pause this video, give it a few moments, and I'll come back when it's all said and done. Great, guys. So I just gave it a few moments to propagate. I'm just going to click on it again. And what you should see, guys, is a live website. So great. Everything is all set up. This is our live website on the internet. You should have this. If you do not have this, please drop a comment right below. Ask any questions. I definitely want to help you guys if you need any assistance with this. Again, you'll see the name of the website, Web Hosting Services. This is our tagline, how to create WordPress websites with A2 Hosting. This right here is just a default post itself. And so you guys can see that we have a live website with A2 Hosting. Now, to access the dashboard of your website with your A2 Hosting Turbo Boost account, what you're going to do is just click on this admin URL. And once you do that, it's just going to redirect you to the dashboard of your website itself, which is pretty cool. So you guys have noticed that there are several different options on the sidebar here that'll give you more control over like the functionality of your website itself. You can add, posts. You can see all the posts that you have like on your website. Add new ones here. You can change or add categories, tags like to your posts or different articles that you have on your site. If you need to upload like media, such as like pictures that you want to use to publish on your website, you can do all of that. If you want to add like pages on your actual site, you can do that. You can see a list of them just clicking like on it. So I think it's really cool. You have these default ones that pop up here. Of course, you can just change and like edit them as need be. You'll see like a list of like comments. Whenever somebody leaves like a comment like on your blog itself, that's where it's going to appear depending on the article itself that the person left it on. And so what you can do is like approve it or trash it. If it's like spam, you can click right here for spam, which is something that kind of happens, with blogs anyway, right? And so right here, you see WP Forms. This is like a plugin that comes pre-installed with A2 Hosting, and it helps you to set up like contact forms with your website itself. So if you want it, you can keep it here. If you don't, you can just, disable it. If you want to, I want you guys to click on plugins real quick. If you click on plugins basically are like apps for phones that give you more control over like the functionality of your website itself. With A2 Hosting, guys, there's some pre-installed plugins that come up here for WordPress. Keep this one right here. This helps to maintain like the fast page loads and speeds, and it basically connects your website to A2 Hosting server. So keep this plugin installed, this A2 Optimized WP plugin. Ask-A-Met is great for like blocking spam on your website. Whenever you get like spam related comments, Ask-A-Met blocks that. You can keep this plugin if you like. If you activate it, you have to get an API key. It does cost, it's like $5 per website or something like that. But if you want to keep it, you can. If you don't, you can delete it. You'll see some other plugins that are here. There's some plugins that you definitely could like install like on the website itself. If you go to add new, there's some ones that I recommend that you guys install like today. If you type in like SEO, you'll see that there's several plugins that help you out with your search engine optimization. There's Yoast and Rank Math. I really like Rank Math. They have more features than Yoast does. Yoast has been around a very long time. But what I like about Rank Math is they actually give you like predictive guessing. They actually give you like a list of like top keywords that people are actually typing into Google. So I just switched from Yoast. I was using Yoast for quite some time, and Yoast is really nice. They have like well over 5 million installations, as you guys can see right here. So they're more popular than Rank Math, but I actually like Rank Math better due to more benefits that they have, with it. Okay. And so you can install that, activate it. I'm just going to activate everything later on. What I recommend that you guys install also on your site today is type in the word broken link checker. And when you type in a broken link checker, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to see this plugin that pops up, and it's called Broken Link Checker. And basically, you want this because um, anytime you update your website or a webmaster updates their website, somebody you've linked to, and it creates like a broken link, you'll get an alert to your website. That way you can update that. And you want to do that because it just creates a better experience with your visitors, to your website. Nobody wants to like click on a link that's broken and they can't access the page that they want. And so this broken link checker plugin, I install it on all of my websites that I have online. And I wanted to encourage you guys to do the same thing as well. Basically, if you can think about any type of function that you like your website to do, if you want to be able to chat with people on your website for A2 hosting, you can just type in the word chat and you'll see different ones that pop up here. All you can do is just install like any one of these if you want to do that. And again, it's going to help you to chat and have communication with your visitors when they land, on your website, if that's something that you are interested in. I talked about spam, that Acumet is pre-installed, up there. If you type in the word spam or anti-spam, you'll get different plugins that pop up here. WordFence is really, really nice. WP Server Security is really, really nice. Anti-Spam B, I really like that one, so you can install that if you like. But again, you can install different plugins, on your website itself. I just recommend like installing only the plugins that you guys feel you'll need that'll give your website the functionality that you would like it to have. Go to settings. Let me go to plugins. Excuse me. Let's go to appearance. And the theme right now that we have on the website, which is this one, is pretty plain. But if you guys want to change if you guys want to change your theme, just click on Add New. And what you can do is just you'll see different options that pop up here, guys. Once this loads, Astra is a very common one that's here. If you guys are interested in like premium themes, I do have a link that's right below that give you access to some of the top premium themes that are out there that are really great. And so if you want to find something that's related more to your industry, you can just type in like a keyword that is like related to it. Let's type in like fitness, for example. And when you do that, you'll see different WordPress themes that are related to fitness. If you guys are doing like, let's say something related to food, and I'm not sharing this with you to make you hungry, but you'll see just by typing in a keyword that's centered around whatever it is that you guys do, you'll see free WordPress themes that are centered around food, right? So if you guys are doing like photography or something like that, if you can type in the word like photo or photography, and you'll notice that some themes that are centered around that very theme, or that very topic rather, you can actually select from that. So what I recommend, guys, is that you select a theme, again, that is centered around whatever it is that you do, okay? So that's how themes really work. If you want to like delete a theme that you already have installed like on your website, what you can do simply is just click on this, and on the very bottom right, just click delete, and you can delete it off of your page. So whatever theme that you guys have here, you can see like a live view of it to see what it looks like. If you like the theme, just activate it, and that's the new theme that you'll have like on your website itself, if that makes sense. And so that's really how like themes work. When you want to like switch them out and stuff like this. If I go to just activate, that way you guys can see like what it looks like. I'll just refresh this page, and that way we'll have like a new theme on it. So anytime you want to like switch out, like your website themes, you can do that. So this is pretty nice if that's something and it builds out different pages for you, which is great. That way you don't have to, but that's pretty much like how that works. One last thing that I wanted to share with you guys before I let you go is I want you to go back to your dashboard, and I want you to go to settings. Go down to settings. This is something that's very important. Go to Permalinks. So with your website itself, guys, when you install your website online, you'll notice that by default, you'll have a date and name for permalinks. And the permalinks basically are, let's go to your live page itself. That way you guys can see what it is that I'm talking about. So the permalink itself, guys, is basically what follows the actual domain name itself. If you have like an article or post on your website, you may see, in addition to the actual name of the post itself, you may see like numbers in there. We don't want that. So I just recommend that you guys switch it to post name, and that way any future posts or articles that you publish on your website, you guys it'll be a lot cleaner, and that way you'll be able to rank a lot higher in the search engines. And so I wanted to share with you guys a few things today, again, to help you to be able to create your website today. So what questions do you guys have? If you have any questions at all, drop your questions right below. What I had in mind today with this A2 Hosting Turbo Boost review is to share with you guys not only all of the benefits that you guys get by setting up your account, with A2 Hosting, but also just to show you how to install WordPress on your actual new domain name. And that way you guys can be off to a really great start. And so if you have any questions at all about this WordPress tutorial and this A2 Hosting review, drop your comments and questions right below. I'll be sure to respond to you guys. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. That way any future videos that I upload, you guys will be sure to receive them. You guys have an amazing day, and I hope you stay safe during COVID.